The internet has changed the world forever. It has connected billions of people, created overnight celebrities, and given us access to more information than ever before. But hidden beneath the endless videos, posts, and headlines are stories that are far darker than anyone could imagine. Some of these cases involve ordinary people whose lives ended in unimaginable tragedy. Others reveal killers who chased internet fame at any cost, disturbing mysteries that remain unsolved, and shocking disasters that were captured in real time. In today's video, we're diving into some of the most disturbing true stories ever documented online. Every case you're about to see is based on real events that left investigators. This is Phantom Detective, and these are the most disturbing true stories ever documented on the internet. The Delphi murders. What began as a normal day in Delphi, Indiana, turned into a tragedy on February 13, 2017, leaving an entire community united in grief. Abigail Williams and Liberty German were two ordinary teenage girls with big dreams and so much to offer the world. They were inseparable and were known for always being best friends. That afternoon, on February 13th, like any other day, Liberty and Abigail decided to take a short walk along the local trails they had known since childhood. During their outing, their families kept track of them through social media, where the girls remained active until approximately 3 p.m. Unfortunately, when Libby's grandfather went to pick them up at 4 p.m., they never showed up. At first, their absence did not raise too much concern, since they were teenagers, and a small delay seemed normal. However, as more time passed without any sign of the girls, their families reported them missing, launching a massive search. What initially appeared to be a typical case of missing teenagers took a devastating turn when, tragically, the bodies of Abigail and Liberty were found near the Monon High Bridge on the Delphi historical trails. The discovery deeply shocked the community. The only key piece of evidence the police had was a video recorded on one of the girls' phones. In it, a man could be seen walking toward them while saying, "Down the hill." For years, despite thousands of tips and witness statements, the case remained unsolved. However, in 2022, the investigation took a significant turn when a man named Richard Allen was arrested. Allen, who had been on the trails the same day as the girls, claimed he was there to watch the fish. He was wearing clothing similar to the man in the video, and one crucial detail directly linked him to the crime. An unspent .40 caliber bullet found at the scene matched a firearm owned by Allen. He had also admitted to being on the bridge around the same time the girls disappeared. After years of uncertainty, the arrest finally gave the victims' families hope that justice might be served, although many details of the case remain sealed. The mysterious doll in the river. The discovery of a gigantic doll floating in the Rio Grande left local residents and internet users baffled. What made the incident even more disturbing was its condition. It was wrapped in a sack, designed to resemble a corpse, and was unusually large. The discovery was initially shared in a Reddit post. The original author described the doll's grotesque features and mentioned a supposed apparition in the fire where it was burned. The most disturbing details included its long, bony fingers, large eyes, and an unsettlingly realistic appearance. This was no ordinary doll. The Reddit post sparked a wave of theories. Some users leaned toward the supernatural, claiming it was a demon in disguise. Others suggested it was part of an art installation or an elaborate prank. The story became even stranger after the doll was burned. It only added more mystery to the case. Some claimed they saw a face forming in the flames, while others speculated that burning it was part of an ancient ritual or a form of regional witchcraft. Whether those claims were true or not, the doll remains just as disturbing as it is mysterious. Alexis Avila. In a desperate attempt to avoid responsibility, Alexis Avila, an 18-year-old from New Mexico, was sentenced to 16 years in prison for abandoning her newborn baby in a dumpster in January 2022. Security cameras captured her in the parking lot of a shopping center, throwing a garbage bag into one of 3 large dumpsters. After tossing it in, She quickly got into her car and drove away. Hours later, a group of curious people checked the bag and discovered a newborn baby inside. The infant was immediately taken to the hospital, where doctors managed to stabilize him. According to reports, he was in critical condition and would have died if he had not been found in time. When questioned, Alexis gave contradictory explanations. She initially claimed that she had discovered she was pregnant just one day before giving birth, and that the baby had been born in the bathroom of her home. However, officers disproved her statement based on witness reports, leading her to admit that she had known about her pregnancy since August 2021. During the investigation, she showed a disturbing lack of awareness regarding the seriousness of her actions. She claimed she had panicked, but in the surveillance videos, she appeared indifferent and even laughed occasionally. As for the baby's father, Alexis identified him as her 16-year-old ex-boyfriend, who, according to her, had no knowledge of the pregnancy. Fatal Lexus accident. One of the most heartbreaking incidents ever to circulate on the internet is the audio of a 911 call that ends in tragedy. On the other end of the phone was Chris Lastrella, who, along with his family, had just finished a week-long vacation. The borrowed 2009 Lexus sedan they were traveling in lost control on the highway, resulting in the tragic deaths of everyone inside the vehicle. The driver was Mark Saylor, a California Highway Patrol (CHP) officer who knew those roads like the back of his hand. He was driving his family to a Friday night football game when the car's accelerator pedal became stuck. Also in the car were his wife, his daughter, and his brother-in-law, Chris Lastrella, who made the now famous 911 call. Witnesses reported that the car was accelerating uncontrollably down the highway, reaching speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. In the chilling 911 call, Lastrella explains the situation to the dispatcher, describing the stuck accelerator and the brakes that were no longer working. In his final moments, he asks his family to pray, just seconds before the impact is heard on the call. The vehicle rolled several times before coming to rest in a dry riverbed beside the highway, where it immediately burst into flames, most likely due to the overheated brakes. Friends and relatives of the family later commented that it was unbelievable that Mark Saylor, an experienced CHP officer, had been unable to stop the vehicle. This detail fueled public outrage and pressured Toyota into issuing one of the largest recalls in its history. The company blamed the accident on the all-weather floor mats, which were later replaced. Hold Your Wee for a Wee. One of the most tragic radio contests ever held ended in the death of a healthy young woman over something as simple as drinking water. In January 2007, radio station KDND 107.9 in Sacramento hosted a contest called Hold Your Wee for a Wee. The rules were simple. Contestants had to drink as much water as possible without using the bathroom. The last person remaining would win a Nintendo Wii. The winner was expected to consume nearly 2 gallons of water, an amount that can be fatal due to water intoxication. One of the contestants, Jennifer Strange, a 28-year-old mother of 3, entered the competition hoping to win the console for her children. As the contest went on, she began showing clear signs of distress, complaining of severe headaches and stomach pain. Despite this, the event continued. Listeners even called the station during the contest to warn them about the possible dangers, but their concerns were dismissed. The DJs were heard on air saying that the contestants had signed waivers, so the station was not responsible. One particularly chilling moment from the broadcast features a DJ joking, "Your body is 98% water. Why can't you take more?" To make matters worse, Jennifer had not been informed of the potential risks before participating. Jennifer's family sued the station for gross negligence and ultimately won the case. But no legal victory could ever undo the devastating loss of a mother and daughter taken away by what should have been an innocent contest. Outro. These stories remind us that sometimes the greatest horrors don't come from fiction, they come from reality. Behind every headline was a real person, a real family, and lives that were changed forever. Whether it was a tragic accident, a disturbing criminal case, or a mystery that still has no clear answers, each story serves as a reminder that the internet preserves both humanity's greatest achievements and its darkest moments. If you found this video interesting, consider subscribing to Phantom Detective for more deep dives into true crime, internet mysteries, disturbing history, and unexplained cases. And let me know in the comments, which case disturbed you the most? Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, sometimes the truth is far more terrifying than fiction.